A very good evening and welcome to yet another edition of the YES101's Visual Radio for the Newsfirst team. I'm Jadabdeen. We start off with a look at your headlines.
News First headline.
And making headlines, Dhammika Perera ready to enter presidential race. SLPP decision awaited. Constitutional fix in the works. President introduces proposal to address presidential term discrepancy. In international news, UK gets a new Prime Minister. King Charles invites Keir Starmer to form a government. And FAS General Secretary Yazin Buhari resigns from top post in sports. And in your top story this evening, businessman and Member of Parliament Dhammika Perera said that he is ready to contest the upcoming presidential election. Speaking at the opening of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna Trade Union office at Rosemead Place, Colombo 7, Perera said that the SLPP should decide on his readiness to run for office. In the presence of the SLPP Secretary Sagar Karyavasam, Dhammika Perera said the party must reach a decision on the candidate that would run for president later this year. And also in more local news, UNP General Secretary Palitha Rangabandara said that the president submitted a proposal to the cabinet last Monday to address the discrepancy arising from the president's tenure being stated as 5 years in one context and 6 years in another context in the 19th constitutional amendment. Speaking at an event in Madhavachia on Friday, Rangabandara said that the relevant bill will be submitted to the parliament in the future. And shifting your attention towards more local news, State Finance Minister Shihan Semasinghe says that the agreement with the Chinese Development Bank on debt restructuring can be completed. Now here's what State Minister Shihan Semasinghe had to comment on the matter.
Confident that we will conclude and sign MOUs with the CDB also. So I think basically, in my opinion, we should not have any doubts on that. We are engaging positively. The advisors are working on it, and likewise the co-chairs of the OCC, Japan, India and France assisted us, and the Paris Club Secretariat assisted us with its membership. China also has assisted us. So I don't think anybody has to doubt on that. We are confident that we could conclude agreements with the China Development Bank too. I mean, we cannot set a timeline for the rating agencies to upgrade us. What we can do from our end is to create the environment for the rating agencies to look at an upgrade. So our responsibility is to create this conducive environment and complete the debt restructuring process in all aspects, where the rating agencies will have appetite to look at within their criteria whether we are eligible for upgrading. So I cannot specify a timeline.
And up next is international news.
International news.
And in news overseas, Keir Starmer was officially the Prime Minister after an audience with the King at Buckingham Palace. Starmer met King Charles at Buckingham Palace and was formally invited to form a government. Earlier, Rishi Sunak resigned as Prime Minister and said he would also step down as Conservative Party leader, but not immediately. After 14 years of Conservative government, Labour won the general election in a landslide. And up next is your update on sports.
Sports news.
And finally, in sports, the Football Association of Singapore's General Secretary Yazin Buhari will step down from his post at the end of September after 6 years on the job. The search for his successor has also begun, confirmed the FAS in a statement today announcing his resignation. Yazin rose through ranks at FAS over 2 stints. Previously an assistant director at Sports Singapore and the general manager of Singapore Athletics, he assumed the role of head of development and planning at FAS before leaving in late 2016 to join the Asian Football Confederation. And with that, we wrap up this evening's edition of the YES101's Visual Radio. For the Newsfirst team, I've been Shradabdin. Thank you for watching. Good night and take care.